front, you don't watch sale, bitch, we live life.
What the heck do you mean Trump is punk? Like, that's not punk rock. Do you need, like, a class in what punk rock is? Hello, my name is Tessie, and I'm a local punk rocker. I listen to punk rock music, I go to protests, all that fun jazz, and Trump is not punk rock. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. I made a whole nother video about it, but Trump is not punk rock, and we still have people like this saying that Trump is. And it's just super frustrating, and it makes me want to make another video. Punk rock is defined by like heavy rock and roll music with simple power chords, so then anyone can make music and anyone can say their own opinion, and it's heavily based in political ideology. That's why you see a lot of punk rockers who are communists or liberals or whatever, because they believe in equality. Punk rock is against sexism, racism, transphobia, and homophobia. Yet, Trump is all those things. So saying Trump is punk is completely wrong. Oh, it's always funny to me that the people bring up the Ramones as this, like, utterly punk rock band. And it was one of the first punk rock bands that were ever created, and they have gone into interviews several times stating that they didn't believe in what they were talking about, except, of course, the one person who was a liberal in the band, because they got money. There's a lot of people in that band that were conservative, and they were just doing it for the money, to be popular, fame, whatever. And there's also some people in the band who actually believed what they're talking about. And it's funny to think about it, because when you look at modern day bands, you have some of that same issues. But a lot of them, if they do punk rock, they're doing it because they believe in what they say, pretty much. You can't just sing about equality and then be like, nah, I don't fucking believe in that. It's like, no, you either do or you don't. And if you're going to sing about it, then you probably do.
Can't believe we're at Hogwarts!
No, that's Buckingham Palace. Hogwarts is fictional. Do you know that? It's important to me that you know that.
I guarantee you there's going to be comments on this video right down there in the comment section saying that, like, no, Trump is punk, being conservative is punk. And it's like, no, you're wrong. If you're punk, you're believing in equality, you're believing in gay people, you're believing in trans people, you're believing in, the struggle of power, like, all power to the people, Trump is none of that. Trump doesn't care about the people. Trump is taking away power from the people, power from the LGBT community, power from females, power from minorities, like, anything that you can think of that's good, Trump is pretty much against. Punks don't believe in Trump, and if you do believe in Trump, then you're not punk. So this is where it gets hard for, like, conservatives to realize that being conservative is not punk, right? Because we have tons and tons of people that are in these punk bands that are conservative, but yet sing about non-conservative viewpoints, more liberal viewpoints, left-wing, whatever you want to call it. And part of the reason that they're in these bands is because they pay good, and they play good, and they get money. My big thing about, like, System of a Down, right, is that they do believe in a lot of politically left-leaning things. They don't believe in genocide. They think genocide should stop. The lead singer wrote an entire book about his journey and how, he protests and everything. But they are a big band. They make a lot of money. You think about other bands like Green Day. They make a lot of money. And it gets hard because, like, where's the line, right? Like, are they punk because they make a lot of money now? Are they not punk because they have a conservative drummer? I mean, even looking at Green Day, are they punk because they're mainstream, or are they just pop now, you know? And it gets hard because when you look at like punk rock at its core, everyone knows that it's left-leaning politics and knows that it fights for equality and it fights against racism, cops, you name it. Yet people are still getting into that genre of music because it sounds good, or there's someone in the band who believes in what they believe in that's not the punk ideology. And these are all mainstream bands. A lot of the local bands believed in left-leaning things. Like, I go to local shows all the time, and the punks there, very left, you know? Like, it's just frustrating. And I hate having to make another video about this where Trump is not punk, because I see all these comments saying that Trump is punk, or, you know, it's just frustrating. So this video again asks the same question: where is the line at, right? Because some mainstream bands are against Trump, which is great, you know, that's punk as fuck. But then some are not. So do we consider the ones who aren't against Trump not punk? Or do we, you know, figure out some other way to differentiate that? And personally, yeah, I think if a punk band is not against Trump right now, they're sure as heck not punk. I mean, I think if anyone isn't against Trump, they're not punk. And when you go to a punk show and you're listening to the music and you're looking at what they're saying and you're hearing everything that's going on around you, and you realize that they hate Trump and that's a surprise for you, you're living underneath a freaking rock. And it's, you know, obviously it's not just me. There's hundreds of videos of other people talking about the same thing that I'm talking about, because it doesn't make sense. Why are conservatives thinking that they're punk? They're not. And I want an answer. I want to know why. Why are conservatives thinking that they're punk?
What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean punk isn't political, and now you're telling me it's pro-Trump? Punk is pro-Trump? I want what you're smoking. Please, I beg of you to give it to me.
I mean, it's just astounding to me that people like me can make video after video after video saying that Trump is not punk, and yet people are still commenting and still thinking that Trump is punk. I mean, you can look at the comment section in this video. I guarantee you there's at least one person saying that Trump is punk, or this band isn't punk, or that band isn't punk, even though they sing about punk ideologies. And it's just like, it gets to a point where it's like, I can't help. No one can help them. And they're just stupid. That's all I got to say with that.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear.
So here we are. I said my piece. I said everything that I really had. Again, if you're a Trump supporter, you're not punk. If you're against freeing Palestine or ending any genocide, then you're not punk. You know, like, I don't know how else to say that. If you're against LGBT people, if you're, you know, racist, if you're transphobic, homophobic, sexist, you are not punk. That means Trump is not punk. And if you believe that Trump is punk, I urge you to educate yourself, to learn, to understand why we don't think Trump is punk. And if that doesn't work, you should go and seek psychiatric help. So, with that all said, I got one last video I'm going to play, and that's it. And, you know, just, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and follow the creators that are shown in this video. Hopefully I did a good job at, crediting them. I know their stuff shows up on the screen and everything. And I appreciate you guys. And I'll see y'all in a whole nother video. Here's the last video.
We've had to say a lot of stuff we thought was fucking obvious, like yes, it's okay to